You know, like
he had a limp, a very noticeable limp.
yeah, you know, because that happens when you have like, and then every time a knife came at him, like 8 different angles, he's like catching the blade in his hand. I don't know.
That happens a lot.
Not from Keanu.
It does too.
I mean, give him some mad props for doing, you know, whatever kind of preparing he had to do for that movie for sure to make it. You know, he pulled it off, I'll tell you that, but I'm just kind of one that was just a little over the top for me.
Yeah, that was something that I watched too. There's like on YouTube, if you see the training scenes, they're pretty intense. Like they had the training he had to do for that movie.
No doubt, yeah.
You know, it was pretty cool in the scenes, and it's just a great movie. A lot of people died by the hands of John Wick, the boogeyman. So, all right, we'll do a 1 to 10 scale. Let's rate the first one, John Wick, the original.
5.
No, we're doing 1 out of 10.
It wouldn't matter either way. 5.
Huh. Okay. Maybe we should have reviewed it right after you watched it, because right after you watched it, Little Miss, it's a 5 out of 10. It was like, oh, I want to watch the second one now.
I did want to watch the second one. I'm not saying I didn't care for the movie. I just
No, you just said it was
after I
meh.
just reminded myself about how.
Oh my God.
Okay, so after I first watched it, I would say it was like a 7.
Okay. And one thing that I liked about the movie too, and this drives me nuts in some movies when they never run out of bullets.
Yeah.
He was constantly running out of bullets, dropping clips, adding new ones, running out of clips, dropping that gun, get a new one. That's something I did like about it. You know, it was pretty accurate with how many rounds he was shooting off to that clip.
Mm-hmm. That's about all. That's about it. I liked the pencil thing, you know, like killing somebody with a pencil. They had to do that.
Yeah, when that was the second one, right? He did that. Yeah.
We talked about it in the first one, but
yes. So let's move on to the second one.
Yeah.
Now, you have something against bulletproof vests.
I don't have anything against them. Bulletproof suits, I guess. Maybe. I mean, maybe they do exist, and that's great. It's just.
So again, you're probably going to say the same thing about the second one. It's not realistic, and
Yeah.
everything was bad.
Well, I'm just like, if you have like the whole underground like killer's world, I mean, why would you still live in the same house as you did before? Like, wouldn't you just like, if you wanted to, you know, disappear, wouldn't you just like take your millions of dollars or whatever that you have hidden?
This house got blowed up
In the second one, but that whole time while his puppy was growing up, he could have gone, could have left.
He was out, and then they killed his dog
No, he could have
and
like
stole his car. Then he was going to
That was-
have to get all that back and then kill them.
Okay, you're mixing up 1 and 2 now.
I went back to 1 because you wanted to go back to 1, and I told you in 2 they blew up his house.
Right, but why in between 1 and 2? Why didn't he move out?
Well, he didn't have time, clearly, and there was really no time between 1 and 2. I mean, he buried all his stuff again, and next thing you know, dude comes knocking on the door saying, "Hey, you owe me." So, you know, really, and why he had nothing to. I mean, he was out. You know, who's going to come mess with him? And then dude blows his house up. So he's
Right.
got to go do that thing, and then after
I
he
thought
does
there
the
was
thing-
more time in between 1 and 2. Okay, that was my bad.
That's fine. That's okay. Attention to detail is not your strongest suit.
I was focused on other areas of the movie. than this.
All right, so how do you rate John Wick 2? 1 to 10.
I liked it better, I think. 8.
Oh.
Did you like 2 better than 1?
Yeah, no. I didn't, because we had to like go online and look to see if more people were killed in 2 than 1, and there's definitely more people killed in 2. But at the end, I was like, oh, you MFer. Now I got to wait another 2 years for the freaking next one to come out. Which that came out in, 2019? John Wick 3. I think so. So, yeah, I was just kind of like mad, like, no, I want more now. Like, don't leave me like that. Because, of course, the second one, they're just like, well, you did it now. They're all coming. It's like, send them and I'll kill them all.
Yep.
Yeah. So, now are you ready for 3?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. Can't wait for that. So, first one was 7. Second one was an 8. And we'll see about 3.
Yeah.
Great. Anything recovery-wise you want to talk about?
No, everything is pretty good. I mean, in my world, I went to church today. We went to a church service, which was wonderful. And it was held outside, which was amazing.
Amen to that, right?
Yeah, for real. Amen. And it was beautiful out, weirdly beautiful for November here in Michigan. And, yeah, participated in that. And,
we set a date for our wedding.
set a date for our wedding
Was that today or last night?
this morning.
Oh, awesome. See, we take so much time to, like, prepare for life. We're just like, hey,
Sometimes,
we're going to set a date for that. Yeah, let's do that next month. All right, great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, we finally just kind of were like, we need to do this.
So why wait, and with COVID, I don't know. And I'm not a big fan of crowds, and I don't know.
You're not a big fan of a lot of things, but yeah, for this particular event, it kind of was like we got to do what we got to do.
We're all old and just like,
oh my God.
like, I don't know. It just seemed like work that I don't feel like doing.
Yeah, I know.
Money that I really don't want to spend, that I don't really have to spend. So
Well,
it's
it's not the environment, the world right now is not really conducive to being able to actually work with a wedding.
Right, and then we could just sit around for 3 years. Oh no, we're waiting, and
yeah, and it's just like we're not going to play this waiting game because of the rest of the world. It's
and we want to do what we want to do, and I don't know, that's kind of some addict behavior there.
I guess it does sound like it,
but no, it's like I'm not doing it because I want to impress my friends. Right. I'm not doing it for anybody else except for me, and I know how I feel about you, and I would love to spend the rest of my life with you. And I think that's kind of where we're at with it. And I would like to say you feel the same, but I'm not going to speak for you. But it's kind of one of those things. And yeah, so we set the date 12/12/20. That's what's up.
Yeah, we're thinking about streaming it. So
isn't that the day that Hitler announced that?
God, I knew you were going to bring that up. Of course, he does this research on the day to figure out. He's like, let's see if nothing. We got to make sure this date isn't tainted. I'm like, well, and he's reading off all these Frank Sinatra's birthday.
But before I even did, you're looking to see if bad stuff or whatever. I'm like,
that's what I said.
Hitler, and you're like, yeah. Or,
I knew you were gonna.
And then boom, yep, Hitler. I was like, Jesus, really?
I don't know, Trail of Tears, slavery, all kinds of who knows what. So, but Titanic, I don't know. I was waiting for just something for you to just throw you off, but it is what it is. It's from now on, it's going to be our anniversary date. So, yeah,
pretty excited. Pretty excited. So, yeah. So there's some things, and didn't you want to talk about something that happened this morning that had never happened before? That you were like,
no.
I'll save that for another one.
I think it's some work thing or something I was trying to think of.
I don't think it was.
Anyway,
work.
I had a very struggling day today with work, but it's okay. I made it through, and I just stay on task and make sure that everybody that I'm responsible for is taken care of, and that's what I had to do. So,
man,
all right. I know. She's giving me the eye, so I'm not looking at her in the eyes. She's sitting across the studio from me, and that's fine. What are we going to do one day? I guess we just have to have a different guest on or something. Because one of the finer things about being in recovery and being sober is the intimacy, or, if you want to say
sexual relationship.
That, okay. In my personal opinion, it gets a little bit better.
You're talking about sober sex.
What? If you want to say it like that, then sure. But no, it's something that, in my opinion, gets better. I mean, we're going to have to do a whole episode on sex one day. And I don't know if we just tell your...
I almost did a blog about it the other day.
I know you did.
Actually, what do you mean,
Well, because you're like, hey...
Anyway,
I fell in love with Mr. Awesome.
No, I think it's a given. Anybody who's in recovery, I don't know, it gives you one more reason to get sober. Mm-hmm. Sex is amazing. You actually get to experience it and be a part of it, and I don't know. Are we supposed to are these supposed to be X-rated things that we're not supposed to talk about? Do we rate our show?
I was just saying that we should have an episode about it one day, and then you're trying to go into it.
Oh, no, I'm not going into it. I'll let everybody can, use their imagination.
But no, I mean, it's one of those things that maybe we'll have a sex expert on.
Oh, a sexpert?
Yeah, I know a guy named Tim.
No, we're not having anybody that we know.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be here for it. I'll just talk about it.
Like a doctor?
Yeah.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We'll have to bring Tim on the show. Old Tim. Let's come to the studio. That'd be too much fun, though.
Yeah. Well, we're...
Oh my God.
Well, why don't we just wait and think about that? About what kind of guests would be appropriate.
If you remember Chris's goodbye letter,
yeah,
I admit I wrote that.
Really?
You
did?
But this Tim, sex doctor or whatever, would be something similar to that. Uh-huh. I'm just thinking of the stuff that I would write or that Tim would say.
Oh, but Corey, you have a dirty mind, and yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
No, I like to
you
call it...
You can't fool these people. They listen to the show. They know.
It's not dirty. It's free or open, or... I don't know. It's just not dirty.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it depends who you ask.
That's true.
You ask somebody down in Florida, and they're like, oh, that dude... Pff.
I don't know. Maybe the little children walking through the Walmart parking lot looking at pictures you drew on the back of somebody's car. Like that?
That was totally different. That was art.
Mind?
That was art.
Not
for
abstract. Not for children.
Well, we didn't know he was going to the dang school.
Anyway.
Yeah. But so yeah. Thanks for listening. Are we done now? It's feels like we've been talking for 4 hours now. It's been almost 30 minutes, but no, I wanted to talk about the stuff that I did with the class, and I want to talk about that video. So go to the Facebook page, check that out if you haven't already. Mm-hmm. Get us on the app. Get the free app.
Yep, the app is great.
Yep, it's everywhere. People love it, and they say it makes it a lot easier to just hit one button right from your phone. That's kind of apps do. So.
And I will have a blog this week.
Nice. I'm gonna have a blog tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So look for that. Appreciate you listening. Share it with your friends. Hit up our website if you need resources, stuff like that. 217recovery.com. We'll talk to you Tuesday, maybe with Tim, sex expert.
Maybe. See you guys.
See ya.